Along with his gang, he pulled off one of the biggest heists in British history. He then managed to elude authorities for an incredible 36 years. But in 2001, the great train robber Ronnie Biggs turned himself in and has been serving time ever since. Now, nearly 80, the criminal legend is about to be set free on compassionate grounds due to his deteriorating health. Patrick Falk has more.
August 1963. 15 masked men, including Ronnie Biggs, intercepted the Glasgow to Watford travelling post office. The gang boarded the train and offloaded £2.6 million worth of £1, £5 and £10 notes into waiting vehicles on a road beneath a railway bridge. At the time, it was thought to be the biggest robbery in British history, the sum worth an estimated £38 million in modern value. 5 days later, the police traced the men after a massive nationwide hunt. They were later sentenced to 30 years in prison. But in 1965, Biggs, then aged 35, escaped. He used his share of the loot to pay for plastic surgery and papers before fleeing to Australia, later landing in Brazil.
Father of a Brazilian-born child cannot be extradited from Brazil, thank God.
In Rio de Janeiro, Biggs lived openly, in part because he fathered a son, affording him legal immunity. Britain didn't benefit from reciprocity of extradition to Brazil either, making Biggs virtually untouchable. His playboy lifestyle and cocky defiance of the British authorities made him a criminal legend. In the 1990s, Biggs ran out of luck, though, after a series of strokes left him penniless and in need of medical care. He returned to Britain in 2001, surrendered to police and was sent back to jail in London. The cult figure was later moved to a specialist medical unit at Norwich Prison. Last month, Biggs became eligible for parole, having served 10 of his 30-year sentence. But Britain's Justice Secretary, Jack Straw, objected to his release. He described the 79-year-old as wholly unrepentant.
My father's a very ill man. He's now recovering from pneumonia. It's been confirmed that he's got a fractured hip, pelvis, and the bottom of his spine as well has been fractured. He's still fed by a tube, cannot talk. How Jack Straw thinks that he could possibly reoffend is beyond belief.
Now Straw has changed his mind. Biggs' condition prompting his release on compassionate grounds, but he's expected to stay right where he is, in a hospital bed. Patrick Falk, TVB News.